Oh, the ritual requires me to get 100 kisses.
Today, on This American Dice, we rejoin the cultists of Milton, Massachusetts, as they attempt to summon the fish lord Soth in the second episode of our cultish classic, Soth.
I guess this is our sacramental blade, and as the one who made this for a sacrifice, I guess now that this here is yours to keep, the keeper of the blade.
Awesome.
So don't worry, here you go, the implement that you used to murder your young mentee.
God damn it.
Hold on to this.
Something I wanted to kind of throw in is
Misunderstood.
like once
like,
we
wait.
all, prick our own fingers with the blood of the sacrifice, I think we should hold our hands over the tank and just make sure we each get like a little bit of our own blood.
I love it.
Yeah, so it's like a creepy green that turns like slowly red and gross.
Oh god.
Yeah, I love
this
it.
tank is gonna be so horrible in like a month. This tank is gonna be the worst thing on planet
We're
Earth.
summoning a demon!
It's been like this for years.
That's true, it's already bad. That's what I'm saying.
This
It's
is why
starting
it's
out real
the
bad.
perfect place.
Now I'll tell you this, as a janitor, it helps to have rock-hard sinuses.
Did you say cod?
No.
Rock-hard sinuses?
Rock hard. Rock hard.
This is New England.
Alright.
You're in a fish place.
I have rock-hard sinuses.
Alright, so I got some more stuff here. So, just as cultists,
So that's
right?
the end of this, by the way.
That's our first
Yeah.
afternoon sacrifice.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
So, continuing the teaching thing, your goals are to advance the cult's plans to summon Soth and to prevent your crimes from being detected, obviously. I'm going to play people trying to stop you and figure out what's going on. If you play a cultist, you are obviously crazy. It'll be real easy for you to fail. Now figure out how much suspicion your kidnapping and sacrifice have caused. I'm going to do this secretly for this and throughout the game. And the more suspicious your activities are, the more power I'll have to stop you. So I get to use these points to make the other people better at finding out. And I did that. I got some points. But yeah, what do you do after the sacrifice now?
I was not expecting to be the keeper of the blade, but I am now. So the cool thing about this blade is it's a switchblade. So I'm gonna put it in, and I'm gonna pocket it, right? After this, I'm immediately gonna go, where the fuck did he get this thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to look for greasers.
Oh god.
So because he got it from somewhere, what my plan is to steal it from them and be like, you guys shouldn't be doing this, but take all of them so we have multiple. So I don't if anybody was to find, my thought process is if anybody's to,
you're smart.
well, I am a deputy.
Yeah,
But yeah, my plan is to have multiple. Obviously, the one that's real, I always keep on me.
And that's awesome. But also to point out, so the Keeper of the Tome here, I think it specifies specific time limits and stuff for the the
Yes,
ritual
it does.
has to be performed in.
So, as far as summoning Soth, we have to complete 4 rituals. The lighting of the way has been completed, right?
Yeah,
so we did
I
that.
got one.
Excellent. The way has been lit for the fishy lord to arrive.
Thank you. Now we have to sound the bell, which has to be completed in the minute of noon on any day that's at least 24 hours later. So we have 1 day to complete all of this.
So you have to wait at least 24 hours.
At
and
least
then
24 hours.
And then
Has
we
to be
can start
And
doing
the minute
it's-
of noon, it's in?
Yep, the minute of noon on any day that's at least 24 hours later. So basically, like exactly a day later. And then,
What day of the week do you think it is?
I feel like it's a Thursday.
Yeah, it's definitely a weekday.
Sure.
Thursday sounds great.
So you've got, starting at Friday at noon, you can complete this ritual.
Okay, that sounds great. I love it. And then it requires 2 human sacrifices in a place where public gather regularly.
Oh, well, fuck.
Oh boy.
And you must make a noise capable of deafening nearby listeners.
So is our next goal here for us to plan out what we're gonna do? Is that what
Oh
we're
my
doing?
I have an
gosh.
idea.
There's that, and you got some loose ends
Definitely
going
gonna
on
go to
here.
church.
Yeah.
I was gonna think we literally
Church
just
and we
use
just
an actual
ring
bell,
the bell
or
in the church.
or be crazier and
Oh, yeah.
be like, oh, we're gonna blow something up.
Oh my god.
Jeez. I support all of these decisions. Just
But it
because
has to be in a
Pretty good.
public place, right?
I mean, a church is a public place. We've never been in a...
What about I don't know, I'm just kind of throwing the idea out there, like if you reschedule your speech, you know,
because you didn't.
Oh my god.
and then we do some sort of like you're gonna blast off fireworks or something that's gonna be super loud.
Hell yeah.
You know?
I love that.
Yeah, I don't know. Just
That's a great idea.
That's a good plan.
Yeah.
That's pretty good too.
Because then we can like shank some. But, well, I mean, it's a sacrificial blade. Guys.
yeah, I mean, and people are gonna be there, so it's gonna be public.
It makes sense for
A
me
lot
to
of
be
people-
there.
Makes sense for you to
Right.
be
So
there.
what if there's an accident at the fireworks for your rally?
Ooh.
And what if two people that are accidentally blown up by these fireworks?
Two people though, I feel
We
like
need their blood.
We need their blood on the blade.
We need their blood. Well, okay, I like this idea. When you set off fireworks, you're usually the people that are in charge of that. You're usually at a distance.
That's true.
You're usually only there with secure people. It's only those
shit.
people there. So technically, you're still in the park. You're in a public place. And it could be a dark shankening.
I like this idea. So,
So you're thinking like the fireworks techs
Yes.
are the people
The-
who...
the
No,
two
we're gonna
people
sacrifice,
setting off the
and then you're gonna
fireworks.
like rig it so
I
it
love that.
explodes afterwards.
So
They don't have to be any certain kind of people, right?
no, just
Does it-
whoever.
does it say?
it doesn't. Yeah, it just says
Oh,
two
yeah, that's
human
fair.
sacrifices. Yeah, it
Cool.
doesn't say you.
I feel in the 1950s also, like, fireworks
Oh.
tech is like, techs are like,
People who are willing to risk their lives.
yeah,
They don't
yeah.
care.
it's just a guy smoking while he's working with it.
Also, I'm gonna add another wrinkle, of course.
Of course, DJ.
I've got enough wrinkles as it is.
So
I'm a
if you
square that's flat. What did I say? A
could-
rectangle that's
Everyone
saggy.
talks about
mix
my
those
crow's
up and
feet.
take one. And these are gonna be your compulsions. You're gonna have to do once per day.
Oh,
And
awesome.
you can pick one, and then if you don't like it, you can pick another one later or trade them. It doesn't really matter, but
Like Pokemon cards.
Oh, I hope a pan's involved.
Oh fuck! Must constantly sizzle.
of note, you don't have to tell the other people what your compulsion is, but you can if you want. But you don't have to. And if anyone wants to discard theirs and choose another one, let me know. Everyone happy with theirs?
Do
Everyone
you
good?
need to reveal it?
No, you can keep it secret. You can reveal it if you want, but you don't have to.
I'm gonna just read the first sentence so I can be clear about it. Choose the most important person in the town another player has created. So is it their character or a different person?
Yeah, I think a non-player character.
Non-player character. Oh, that's easy.
And then
Is it
so
my opponent? But perfect.
so then
Also, can I
basically,
see
if we
your
have to,
Just killed his son. That guy.
so if we have to fulfill our compulsion once per day, do we have to do it now in this round?
No, it's midday right now. Keep those in mind. You can share them if you want, but like I said, some of them you might want to keep secret for various reasons. I don't know why, but it's specifically noted that it's optional to reveal them. All right, so I mean, you've done a little bit of planning for the next ritual. Lots of problems, I assume, going on in this picnic area right now. At least one person missing.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next plan? Is everyone splitting up? You've got some obligations. You've got some compulsions
I
to deal
gotta
with.
get back to work.
I have.
Don't
to
you
go.
have a wife?
Yeah, right.
Do you want to check on her?
No.
Yeah.
She's
I
fine.
think he does, but I think he's like oh, I gotta keep our cover. If I was seeing her right now, like I gotta get back to. I literally have to neglect her in order to keep our cover of and say like, oh, I was just helping her out, and now here I am
Makes sense.
back at work after having done that.
So my radio's broken from the main police office, so I can't be reached anyway. So I'm definitely looking for greasers.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely gonna go collect me some switchblades. And I'm telling you that I'm doing it. I'm not hiding it from you.
Yeah.
The switchblade that I have is always like in my tool belt. It's like the big old
Yeah.
cop
Your
belt,
cop
whatever that.
utility belt.
Yeah.
Um,
My batarangs.
That's the one. So I'm gonna keep all of that.
Shark repellent.
So I'm gonna spend like an hour or two on it because it's a small town, but I gotta find them.
Yeah.
And they're teenagers; they could be anywhere. But I didn't know some of them,
True.
so I might know the haunts.
You know the youth.
Yeah. I am
So-
the youth.
So you're rustling up the.
Switchblades. I'm trying to get as many, but I'm also using it as an excuse to be like, I'm gonna have to say this out loud. I'm gonna do it. Whatever. Doomsayer. Choose the most important person in the town a player has created. You must taunt this person with hints and signs of their coming doom at the hands of Soth. This must be either verbally or through your deeds. Each time you taunt them, you must escalate the level of specificity
Nice.
about their doom. The keeper will decide if you fulfill this requirement. If not, you are free to try again. So
try
I'm
to do
purposely trying to look at the youth and go, where's your friend? Where is he? Because I have been his mentor and a positive image in his life. Okay?
Yeah, who's the most important? Is it?
So I'm going for the dad. But they're going to say, we don't know. We don't know. And I'm going to say, your son is lost. And then I'm going to mention it's a family curse. Because his father hung himself.
So I think the most immediate thing is going back to this park, right?
Yeah.
Milton Park. So yeah, I think so. When you get there,
What's your character's name again, Brendan?
Richard Shaw.
Richard Shaw.
Richard Shaw.
Mayor Shaw.
Yeah,
Mayor Shaw.
when Mayor Shaw gets back to the park, I guess yeah. So we left it where just the sirens went off confusedly, and then yeah, I think there probably is like everyone. I don't think anyone's like disturbed or anything, but it is very confusing. What do you say? I guess Dorothy, your campaign manager, of course.
Oh, yeah.
She kind of power walks up to you and just like, Mayor Shaw, what is going on? Where were you?
I'm sorry.
There's some kind of police activity. I don't know what happened. Everyone's upset. It was right in the middle, almost mid-sentence. What were you thinking?
I'm sorry, Dorothy. I just had to, I'd almost forgotten Kathleen said I had to go take care of something at the house, so...
Well, you know that's going to look real bad. And of course, Bo Kelly he and his family were almost front and center. They're going to see all this. This is going to play out real poorly.
Ah, don't worry about it, Dorothy. I mean, God, Bo Kelly's he's a cursed man. I'm not worried about him stealing this election.
Well, he can be cursed or not cursed, but it's the voters that you have to worry about. All right? I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. That was, oh my gosh. Oh boy. Oh jeez.
Oh, jeez.
She was 2 seconds away from saying zoinks.
Oh, it's zoinks.
So, yeah, this is a time when we're going to keep this conversation going, but you have these things called the Mask of Sanity in the middle there. And you're the person that has zero clarity, so this isn't super
Doesn't matter for me.
upsetting to you. But to point it out in the future, yeah, if you guys want to read that real quick. I don't know if I have it on your mind, but... Oh, yeah, I do. So during long or intimate conversation with non-cultists, a cultist with a clarity higher than 1... oh, yeah, so clarity 1, I guess you're fine. Must choose one of the following actions.
It's clarity 1, you have to do it as well.
Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha. And then it has a whole list of things you do, which are kind of escalating weirdness. And if you don't do that, and I'm going to not remind you, then I get suspicion for it.
Noted. Thank you.
Okay, but yeah, so
Alright.
she's kind of... I mean, what do you do? She'll ask you, like, what's the plan now? Are you going to finish your speech? Should we... What do you...
So
How should we spin this?
It's family values. I had to go take care of my family. These are things that people have to do that's sometimes more important than holding a speech in front of everybody.
Why wasn't Kathleen here?
I have to come up with some excuse. Give me a second. I don't
Okay,
know.
take your time, Mayor.
Why wasn't Kathleen here? I'm just gonna make more people up. She was taking care of her deathly ill father. Just gonna add up.
Wait, what's his name?
I could do this. Didn't even give me the name paper. I had to go look it up.
Oh wait, where is it?
It's
Oh,
lost.
I stole it.
It's lost to the world.
Bo Kelly. Wait.
Whoa!
Not like this.
Not like that.
It's definitely Roy.
Roy. That
And
sounds
I
good.
don't know what her maiden name is. Let's go with Williams.
Is this a real person, or are you totally making this person up?
I think it is a real person, but he doesn't like live in this state.
Yeah.
So like maybe she's taking care of him. It's definitely Roy. Like people have heard of
Oh,
Roy
so-
before.
To take care of him, she would have had to left the state. It's like, she was just at home. This is just a...
Something happened. All right.
Yes.
Things happen.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
It's not like we're far from the state border.
True.
I don't know where Milton is.
Who knows?
In
We're definitely
Massachusetts.
near water.
Near an old railroad station, some water.
She took the train. That's when you're lying.
She took
Yeah.
the train.
Don't lie. The
She
train was
Ubered out of here.
Oh my god. She's German? Jeez.
So I get to do something if you make a bad lie. I'm trying to.
Yeah. I thought there'd be something that would come of it.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pretty not great lie.
Right.
Dorothy knows the family business.
Yeah.
She's his fucking
Dorothy's
manager,
not.
right?
Dorothy's not
Like,
stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, she had to take care of Roy, and she's like, he's not even like in the state.
Yeah.
You should have taken care
She
of Roy.
knows.
Okay, so I've got some good news. She's like, all right, well that's fine. So are you rescheduling or are you continuing now? And I don't know about this police activity. Maybe we should talk to Sheriff Brown. I don't even know where he is.
Yeah, how about that? I'll go talk to Sheriff Brown. I'll figure out what happened to scare everybody, and then I'll come back with the good news that everything's good.
Should I tell these people to go home?
I won't be too long. I'll just have to go to the station.
They've already been waiting like half an hour.
Oh, so there's people still just milling about in the
Yeah.
park being like, so is he coming back?
Jeez.
Picnic with the mayor. That's what was going on.
The radio's broken, so I can't even like just pop over to the police station real quick and call them.
Did we have
Yeah.
time on... Well, we all came in separate cars, so maybe not. I was gonna say the fireworks plan, but we talked about it as people, not as
Yeah.
characters. So.
I assume your
I think
characters.
Yeah.
we talked about it.
So we have to do this
Yeah,
the
let's
next
do it like
day.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
so I guess we're gonna
next day.
reschedule. Yeah, to do the plan.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
But it has to be at
that's fine.
12:01. Would fireworks work in the middle of the day?
Oh fuck!
Fuck.
Well, they could be setting up the fireworks and there could be a terrible accident.
Ooh.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Oh, Gus over
All
here.
right.
He's
Oh,
got
Gus.
us.
Gus has got
guess
us.
what?
Yeah.
This is another good time for me to flag something else. I think it's on yours. This thing called table talk. So if you could read that real fast. Out
Yeah,
loud.
but there's
Could you read
nobody
it out
else
loud?
here to talk to me. Okay, yeah. If you give advice to another player when your cultist can't talk freely, the keeper earns suspicion for each piece of advice.
Oh, fun.
So when you're giving advice, almost because you're connected supernaturally as a cultist, it still works, but I just get suspicion for it. So just this moment of clarity, not lowercase clarity, not the other thing, but I just had a brilliant piece of inspiration that came from
The
Gus.
leader.
But
It
I get a
came
point
from
for it.
Gus.
That's good to know.
So yeah, do you want to go with that or not?
No,
go
I
with
think
that?
I'm just gonna
Guess
have
it's
to.
you.
I think I'm just gonna have to do a speech now and just like calm everybody's fears. Say, "Oh, I talked to the sheriff. Everything was fine. Just an officer thought he thought. An officer thought he saw. There you go. That's how words work. Officer thought he saw.
Is this the speech?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so you
don't know.
kind of like go up.
Yeah.
I assume it's just like one of those like
It's
the
like a
stages.
little tiny one. It's
Oh, the-
not like
yeah,
that
the-
big.
Right on
Yeah,
City
it's-
Hall. Why not like just right on the steps of City Hall?
Well, yeah, I assume everyone's like in
Because the
park
park's
there.
right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the park's like right in front of it. Oh.
Yeah.
I assume this is where you were giving your speech a minute ago.
Yeah.
So
Well, like half an hour ago at this point.
yeah, that's true. Several minutes ago. So yeah, like what's the gist of what you say?
Sorry, everybody, that I left so early. I went and talked to the sheriff to figure out what was going on and why police sirens went off. He currently has an officer. You told us that you were going to go. Yeah, he currently has an officer looking around. Apparently, some. Would they call them greasers?
Hooligans!
Some hooligans, some local youths.
Fucking hooligans.
Some local youths have been causing a lot of trouble, and we're gonna try to get a real rein in on it and make sure that everybody's children aren't getting into trouble and doing, having things they shouldn't have.
Yeah, and there's lots of, like, surprise.
Like,
hoodlums, oh no.
I think he even told me that one of the kids that were picked up was, Bo Kelly's son. Bo Kelly's son, Ken.
Big point. Big drama. I can't
extra.
with you. Fucking A.
Yeah.
Good. Do your 2 workplace stuff real fast. I think at the library. Is it just Milton Library? What do we call that?
Yeah. I think it should just be
Yeah, keep it easy.
Milton Library, yeah. Because it's a government building, so it makes more sense.
Yeah.
And nobody had, like, any creativity when it came to naming these places.
Just Milton.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And Kelly.
It's just written everywhere.
So I think that one pretty easy, but much worse was the like going home, right?
Yes.
Because I think Evelyn is just waiting for you.
Ugh, God.
Yep.
She's like, wow, she finally deigns to show her face.
Oh, so I think I can use this thingy here. So, witness is my little paper. So my cult's actions affect people I've known my entire life. Each day I have to choose a person whose life has been negatively and intimately affected by the cult. I need to spend at least 5 minutes experiencing the reactions of that neighbor. And this can include eavesdropping on the conversation or visiting them. So what I think happens is I get home and I'm like trying to be sneaky, so I'm like just like coming maybe like the back kitchen door or something, and I hear Evelyn in the living room talking about me and how I just disappeared. And so this is like, I see how the cult is affecting my personal life.
Oh yeah, she's just like, Robbie, where did I can't believe your wife she didn't go to the bathroom for 4 hours, Robbie. Where did she go? Why did we leave without her if you think she was still... And he's like, she's just real busy. I just don't... she's got a lot of things to do. She probably went back to work.
Yep.
What a faithful husband. Didn't even suspect one thing.
He's not suspicious, but she is super suspicious of me.
So yeah, and you come in during this conversation?
Yeah. I come in during this conversation, and I'm pretty pissed because I hate Evelyn. She's so mean to me. And so I just come in and I'm just like, big commotion down at the library. Fuck! One of the bookshelves fell over. So I make up like the most ridiculous lie, like a bookshelf fell over.
I can't wait for him to add 20 tally marks to this.
DJ's like, these guys are so mad at lying. This is amazing.
So
that's the game, yo.
I should flag again too. I get to add suspicion based on crimes you do and based on deceptions and cover-ups. So I'm adding some. But do you want to elaborate on this cover-up a little bit?
So, oh my goodness, I just, you'd never believe this, Evelyn. But my clerk, the front desk clerk,
Who's that?
Archibald.
Archie.
Taylor.
Smith.
Oh.
Is there a Smith in this family yet?
There is not.
There's no Smith.
All right.
Just at the table.
Archie Smythe.
Ooh.
Oh, hello, I'm
Even better.
Archibald Smythe. Yes.
Oh no, this is a falling bookcase.
Exactly. Oh, little Archie accidentally knocked up against one of the historical bookshelves.
The library's historical bookshelf.
Now here's the question about a
fucking
historical bookshelf. Is that where books about history are, or is that at a historical bookshelf? This bookshelf was made by...
Oh yeah. No, I think Evelyn is just like, well, I can't believe this. The duties of these dusty old tomes are more important than your husband, but I guess that's fine.
And then I say,
You left we saw you there. We were gonna have a good meal. And you just left in the middle of it.
well,
We had. Did you walk home? We took the car back.
I actually, the deputy sheriff dropped me off because I couldn't find you guys anywhere, so I'm going to flip it on her.
That child? He drove you home?
Well, first of all, he is a deputy, and you should respect your policeman.
Did he just graduate last year?
He's like 22.
Well, you know,
She's very old.
He's been working at this job for a very long time, and he saw me running around the library trying to help pick up all these books, and then I realized you all were gone, and I needed a ride home, and I had to call the police for help.
And she says this under her breath, but for sure you hear it. She's like, well, I'm not surprised they don't have children yet. She's hanging out with these children all day. She's like, well, whatever. I'm sure you saved the library by ruining our lunch, but good for you.
So, maybe at this point
after all this kerfuffle, I'm just tired. I think I'm going to go to bed early tonight.
Well, that's too bad because I had leftover meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
I was going to make you a sandwich. But if you're too tired, that's fine. I'll just go ahead and make dinner for my husband and settle in for a nice evening and be off early in the morning. Back to the library. Setting it up.
Yeah. Pretty good.
I'll do anything for
Also, I forgot.
love.
Can you add a clarity to yourself?
Okay. Not sure
But I
why.
won't do that.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but okay.
Oh, you have clarity too, right?
I have 3.
She has so many clear.
Did you add anything to that?
For...
Your
I
mask
guess,
of
yeah,
sanity?
for
I don't think you
witness.
did, right?
I need to... I
no.
have 4 now.
No, I think...
No.
Check that because...
Oh, wait, because it's not...
You didn't
like,
do
but I
the
did
thing on the
witness,
list,
so,
right?
Yeah.
Wait.
I don't know. Well, I didn't mention Soth or say something.
Well,
Did
since
I
you have
say
3, you
something?
have to do the 3 one, I believe.
Or higher, yeah.
Which one? What are you looking at?
Say something that flags to the people
Okay.
you're with that all is not well with you. That's
I think
number
she's
3.
ending this conversation unless you stop her.
Wait, you mean Evelyn's ending the conversation?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
She's going
I
to bed
got it.
early. It's
Got
4
it.
instead of
Got
5.
it. Got it. So maybe,
No, I can't. I can't give you advice.
You
That's
can.
so good. No! I know there's things
I
on
want to say something weird to Evelyn before she goes to bed.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, what if I just, like, she said some shit under her breath, and she's like, all right, I'm going to go to bed now. It's 4 fucking p.m. And I say under my breath something like, just let me think. Soth save you. I just say that.
Looks like weird. Like, what does that even mean?
Soth save you. And then just walk away. And then...
Which one of those were you using?
Say something odd. Right? Is this my 4th thing?
It has to be equal to or higher than.
So say something that flags to the people you're
damn
with
it.
Or bigger.
You're
or
right.
like a
that
bigger
all is
number.
not well
4,
with you.
Right, yeah, 3.
Oh, you have a 4? Oh, fuck.
No, I have 3. Right?
Yeah,
Yes,
so-
and then you only need
So
3,
say
not
something
4.
that flags to the people that you're with that all's not like. So
Or any of the higher ones. Menace her would be great. I'm going to knife you.
I'm gonna kill you. Yeah.
Damn it, Evelyn, I
You'll be
can't
in
deal
the-
with this anymore. Just go to bed. I'll burn the damn
Oh, I
house
know.
down.
Okay, I got it. So maybe I'll say number 7, and so I'll say like, Soth save you, or you'll end up like, what's his name, Ken?
Oh, boy.
Oh boy!
I won't do
Holy-
anything for love!
It's like off the fucking rails.
And, yeah, so
She's
she-
like,
I think
what?
she had her back to you and she was already walking away and she stops and she kind of turns back around. She's like, excuse me?
Oh,
I'm just saying goodnight.
I just meant, because Ken turned out to be such a bad egg. I'm just saying that, it's, don't stay, fuck.
You're so close.
You
got this.
there. He was a bad egg, and I don't want you to think the same things about me or these kids of this
She
town.
kind of looks at Robbie, like or she calls him Robbie, your husband. She's like, who is Ken? Is this one of the other children?
In the library, I see so many kids in and out all day, and I've seen good kids go bad, and I'm just saying that, before you think that I'm doing meaningless work at this library, I'm doing something very important, and I'm trying to educate the kids, and, I'm just trying to be a good person, and I wish you could see that.
Ooh.
Damn.
It turned into something else.
Yeah,
And she just gives a weird look and looks at Robbie and she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to bed now.
Whatever.
So yeah, you saved it.
Nice.
I saved
Good
it.
fucking job.
I saved it.
In quotation marks.
As he adds 7 more. Like,
yeah, right?
Yeah, okay, so... And then I think that's pretty much that thing.
Yeah, I'm done talking. I'm going to act flustered and say, Robert, I think I might go to bed early night too.
But my meatloaf sandwich!
I'm taking my meatloaf to bed. And I just take my sandwich to the
Pillow
bedroom.
meatloaf.
But I won't do that.
Old Gus, speaking of what things you will or will not do.
All right, so Old Gus, I think after this adventure gets back to work.
Yeah, so we're at the evening theoretically now.
So I think this is like right before, like as things are wrapping up, he's getting ready to go home. He's been cleaning everything up. I think he stays like a little bit later than some of the other people to kind of like finish cleaning up.
This is the police station?
Well, this is the city hall complex.
Gotcha,
Obviously, the
okay.
folks at like the police station are kind of cycling in and out.
So it's like the police station, city hall,
Library.
Okay.
Building. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's all one thing.
But I think he's going to try to like kind of have a parting word with Sheriff Brown as he heads out. And I think old Gus will. It's kind of the end. It's the equivalent of
it's
nearing
like clock out.
5. Yeah. And the sheriff as the guy in charge. He's not on a night shift, so he's like kind of getting ready to go. And I think old Gus has a newspaper, and he like makes sure to that the sheriff will pass him by.
The Milton Roundhouse or something.
Oh my god.
Man. Trying to think of like a
I was thinking like
railroad.
Milton Gazette or like Roundhouse actually works out.
Yeah.
And he's looking over at it, and he's like, seems like the Reds are causing trouble in Korea. It's the 50s.
Yeah, I think Sheriff Brown is just. Are you here now? No, you're rustling up people. Well,
He's
yeah.
like looking at it like intently, kind of like, oh.
And let's see. You kind of described Sheriff Brown as kind of like grumpy, but
He needs his coffee. In the morning, if he has his coffee, he's fine.
this guy has like the biggest mustache.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking right now. I'm more worried about the janitors here working on our equipment. You know, old Gus, you know we all love you here, but you gotta be more careful. There was some kind of hubbub down at the mayor's shindig, and I mean, we lost all radio contact. What if the Reds did come?
Oh, yeah. You know, you're right. And that's on old Gus. I try to keep this place clean as it can, clean as a whistle, but that was on me. Now I can give it. He's gonna try to like do a little pity party kind of a thing here, where he's like, you know, I'll swear to you, Sheriff, I can make it up to you. I get some from my almost the equivalent of like a VA, like veterans benefits amount, but this is from World War One, and he like kind of stuff, and he's like, now that check comes in every blah blah blah, and that with my pay here, I should be able to pay you back a little. He basically is just gonna kind of like say like, I can pay you back, but then talk about the amount that he can pay to like just be like,
Wait,
get this guy off of that.
Is Sheriff Brown? This is a question to either one of you two. Is Sheriff Brown a World War II veteran?
I feel he'd be older than that.
He's 1. Yeah, so he'd be...
Is he like also real old?
Like 60s?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
He's definitely much older. Yeah, I would say that. Not as old as you.
Okay.
You're older.
No, I mean
You're old as fuck.
You're older.
You're real old.
But he's World War One.
Oh,
yeah.
jeez.
You're like 1880s. He was like the youngest you could be at the end of World War One.
Which was like 14, guys.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
really
Not
young.
much.
All right, no, so that changes things a little bit.
Okay,
So he's like
for sure, yeah.
He's
Still got
kind of
mustache.
he's sitting down, but he just like pats your arm or something. He's like, don't worry about it, old Gus.
It's weird that you call me old, given our proximity and age now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm joking. That was.
Never mind.
The sweet release of death is what I wanted all along.
All right, you whippersnapper.
Yeah.
Hey, don't worry about it. You know, we're all trying to do our best here, and don't worry about taking care of that. I got it. And he kind of shakes your hand,
He's like, I appreciate it.
and there's a $1 bill in his hand.
Oh.
He's like, you did great, but you know, just be a little careful, okay? You do a great job. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to get you upset. Just telling you.
He's like, this guy is like, I appreciate it, Frank. And listen, this is why everybody in this town votes for you
every year because you're a guy who knows that something needs to be done to clean up this place. And he points down to where it says like Reds cause. It just says like a shitty like Reds cause trouble in Korea. He kind of points down to that, and he's like, more of us could use a man like you out there helping us out.
Well, that's why I'm looking forward to this election coming up. Time for a regime change. In Milton, if I've ever heard of it, he kind of just gives you a knowing nod.
And he's like, and I think Gus says maybe going forward, we won't have to. We can make sure that things are really cleaned up. Thank you. Anyway, that's all.
What's your sanity at?
My clarity?
Clarity,
I have
sorry.
1 clarity.
So did you say something odd or
I
mention Seth?
think I kind of did. That's like we've got to clean this up. Like telling the
It's
sheriff
more about
that
the
we
tone.
have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm making janitorial analogies.
I don't know.
I don't want to give you advice.
That's not super odd, especially.
It's
in the time
hard,
period.
right? The advice part.
Okay. I was trying to do another thing for my whatever this
Feel
was.
my thoughts.
So I feel I did this for sure. Yeah, fuck it, I'll just take another clarity. I'm fine with that.
Oh, you don't take anything.
Oh.
I get
He
suspicion
gets-
for it.
Of what?
He gets like points that he can use to mess us up.
Oh, I thought you were saying that I didn't
Yeah.
Fulfill
my
your
mask of
compulsion.
sanity stuff.
No, yeah.
I did fulfill my compulsion, for sure.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we'll check that at the end of the day.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, I gained. Yeah. And your
Sure.
clarity is 1.
Yep, my clarity's still at 1.
Gotcha. That's what I thought. All right. So does that seem? Did you just go home?
Yeah,
after
that's
that?
fine. And then after that, he's like, oop, gotta go see my wife, see if she's still
Alive.
I feel. Yeah. Yikes. I feel just to make that easier. It's like she's already sleeping.
Okay.
Oh my god.
She's just has not eaten the entire day, but she's
Yeah.
just either passed out
She
or
needs
just
bed,
fell asleep.
and
Yeah, I think
she
he'll.
has not eaten.
Yeah, I think he'll try to kind of like quietly as he can, kind of like clean up.
Yeah,
in
just
there.
like the montage of you like
Yeah.
doing
and then-
that as she's barely awake.
Like, yeah, I picture you by like candlelight or something. Like literally no light, just like montage.
I'm wearing my
after her.
sleeping cap, like
I want him to be like in pajamas, but still using like the same mop and bucket as on the job.
What is
Just like mopping up the house.
Yeah. Oh god.
Kiss
What
him
is-
gently on the forehead
time
and
for
then
me to
look
mop
at
my
her
wife.
pissed off.
What is what's Gus short for usually? It's like
Gustavo.
yeah,
Gustaver.
because it's
Gustaver.
like a short version of something, right?
Christopher. It's
But, like, does she call you something else? I guess, or maybe a pet name?
She's like, oh, Gussie.
I want her to call you Old Gus too.
Oh, Gussie.
Yeah.
Old Gussie.
Oh, Gussie.
Yeah, so she's
Oh my
maybe
God, I
just
died.
she just kind of wakes up or is conscious enough during this to just look at you and say, "Oh, Gussie, I missed you."
He's like, oh, I got you a snack. Well, if you don't want it tonight, you can have it for breakfast tomorrow. Leave it right here on your bed, side table. It's Melba toast or some other boring ass shit.
Well, no, I'm trying to make this beautiful. So then she kind of puts her hand on your chest, like lovingly, and she's like, "Oh, I'm not hungry, but I could use some sugar."
Oh my god.
And she just like kisses you on the cheek.
Oh, sweetie, you're such a dear. How you feeling today?
And I feel like her hand just like goes limp, and she's already like passed out again. She's just so tired.
Okay.
Mostly because she had.
How are you doing?
I asked you a question.
Answer me when I say something to you.
My name is Gustaver. Speak to me.
Yeah. So yeah, he'll kind of like tuck
Yeah, I
her
think
in further and
that scene, right?
yeah.
Cute.
Yeah, I love it.
Then he goes down to the basement where he has all of these orphans in chains. No, wait, exactly.
Not the line. Don't cross the kids.
So I think there's probably like a montage of Deputy Douglas.
Afternoon long.
Yeah, just rounding up these kids. Are you like putting them in a holding cell or something, or just kind of
I'm gonna.
shaking them down?
Yeah, I think I'm running into them after everybody's separated from the picnic
Picnic, yeah.
essentially,
Whatever it was.
and the whole point of this is that I'm putting the greasers, I'm trying to be more blatant. So if they're on the street, I'm like, hey! I'm like, stop them on the street. I don't care if their mom's there. I don't care if their sister's there. I don't care what's happening. But I know these kids. So I'm just like, I'm going to be honest with them and tell them. Because it has to be...
I'll do that as a scene then, just as a...
Yeah.
Just representative of you doing this several times. So who's the one that you talked to?
There's a younger one.
Hank.
Yeah.
It's a 50s name, right?
Jeez, Hank, yeah.
Hank.
And he was going along the same line as Ken.
Hank the Greaser.
Hank. And I kind of want him to be with another one, so that it doesn't have to be by himself, but he's the one I'm focused on. Because let's say the switchblade is like their, you know what I mean? That's their stereotypical weapon of choice, right? So I'm gonna Hank. And
What's the 50s version of like Narc or something?
Narc.
You rat, you stoolie.
Yeah. It's like, it's a Mr. Blue Rat.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Blue. I earned this badge. I earned this. And he's purposely hint at your superiority at the non-cultist. Making sure that I'm like, I earned this badge. And that means you have to respect me at least a little bit. Besides our history, and I'm looking him straight in the eye. Fuck the other kid. It's Hank. And, like, I helped him out, you know what I mean? As we got older. But I fucked that guy to the wayside. Ken was my number one. Anyways, I slit that guy's throat. So...
Kid's dead.
Wait, what'd you say?
So, I'm gonna say to him...
Oh, probably they, like, throw the beer that they're drinking.
Yeah, yeah.
Throw it against
one of those.
Oh, you catch them in an alley or something. For sure, this is happening in an alley.
I'm gonna say to him earlier on, I saw, and obviously I'm gonna say Ken. I saw one of your friends smoking. Do you know how I feel about that? Looking directly at Hank, and I look over to it. Like,
Surgeon General says it's healthy.
Yeah, smoking a reefer though.
It was a jazz cigarette.
That's for the 17-year-old. So yeah, I have to do this because I'm pretty sure, and I'm gonna like put my hands up like this, and I want to see their response. I want to know how they feel about my hands up.
I think like me, I'm confused.
Perfect. That's exactly right.
Like, what you getting at?
And I'm gonna say, you know the knives, right?
Oh, do you still have that? Where did you cut yourself?
You know the knives, right? You know the ones I'm talking about. The little switchblades you guys carry? Got this from your friend when he told me not to stop smoking. Do I have to take one from you too?
Hank's like, I don't know nothing about that.
Be honest, Hank. For me. And then, like, friendship, like, I'm older, but I don't want you to get in trouble. It's the big bro moment. Like, be honest.
And, are you gonna press it? Because I think he's just like, I don't know what you're talking about.
And then I'm gonna look at the other one and I'm gonna go, scram.
Oh, and I think that was the excuse that this kid wanted.
Yeah,
He was like the freshman just go, all right.
Get a go. And
I'll catch you later, Hank.
I'm gonna wait till he turns the corner and I'm gonna arm him just right against the wall.
Okay.
I'm getting violent.
A little bit of police brutality.
Yeah.
You do that, it's
Hank.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
I don't want to bleed again today. You can give it to me or I can take it from you. And he's like doing the creepy, like, we're in an alleyway. I'm an adult. He's 16.
Oh, God.
Saying this out loud. I'm not abusing a child.
16 plus.
Yeah.
60 plus?
He's like, what the heck? And just, but no, you definitely count him, but he wriggles and, I'm gonna tell my dad about this. This is terrible. And he's like, whatever, just take it and get out of here. And just throws the knife on the ground behind you.
Thank you for not lying to me, Hank. And I'm gonna like,
screw you.
And shove him. Just get out of here.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
So that's the one because I feel like the older kids are just like gonna be more of assholes about it. But that's the starting point for me. And the superiority on purpose, it gives him that like energy for the rest of the day. So he's like, you know what? I'm gonna be fucking clever. And he like goes around the rest of the day, however many he can get, because it's a montage.
I normally need a small cup of coffee later on in the afternoon, but now I'm fine. But I'm jazzed.
Jesus.
Yeah. right. So, and I think that goes off into the night. Maybe that was like happening under the stars. That whole scene.
I will say that the last person I go to, how many do you think I would get?
Oh no, just a bunch.
Okay,
what do you
cool.
think?
Let's say 4.
Yeah,
I think
that
that's totes reasonable.
You like collect all these knives.
Mm-hmm. So, I keep the one that's obviously the most important one.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's on me. But I have these out, and I'm gonna go to Kelly's house. And before I go, I'm gonna say, knock on the door politely.
Yeah, I think this is, kind of the middle of the night in the 50s, so like 9 or 10.
It's been a big picnic day. We all had speeches. But yeah, I'm gonna knock on the door politely.
Yeah, who's Bo's wife? I don't think what's a good
Beatrice.
B? Yeah.
Bo and
Bo
B.
and B.
I love that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, good job. Great.
Yeah, she probably wouldn't answer the door, but I wanted to get that established. So, yeah, he comes out. He's in like a robe,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be.
in your uniform, I assume.
Yeah.
of course.
I'm gonna be very polite. I don't obviously. I'm not carrying knives in my hand openly.
And so you kind of were friends with Ken, so you've probably had like dinners over here and stuff.
At the minimum, I've met him. I know that the sheriff respects me through my past and racial stuff. I'm living on the wrong side of the road over there. I don't know how do you think he thinks of me?
Oh, let's see. I think he kind of opens the door and just kind of surprised. Oh, what? Oh, no. Officer, or sorry, I should say deputy.
Thank you, Mr. Kelly. Very respectful. I appreciate it.
Is everything okay? I heard there was some hubbub before.
Well, earlier on, I caught a few of the teens in town smoking. Some of them were drinking. I know the picnic has a very high atmosphere for energy. And you know how these hoodlums... I don't say it like that. You know how the hoodlums get in town.
And he kind of crosses his arms, just like nods slowly. Like, yeah, unfortunately.
Now, I don't want to be disrespectful, sir. But earlier today, I did see your son. I have to make sense. Yes. I did see your son around town smoking.
Well, I was worried about that. He's way past curfew and he hasn't shown up. I was worried it might be something like that. He's getting in the wrong crowd,
Speaking of the crowd, and then he's gonna pull over it's like not a bag, but it's like something that he kept the switchblades in. And he kind of leans in, looking for the wife, making it obvious that he's no ladies are present.
Yeah.
A lot of these hoodlums have started carrying switchblades, sir. Very, very dangerous weapons. Now, I want to be clear. The town has always had suspicion around, and I'm gonna whisper his name, be like, the Kellys. Now that being said, your son, I've tried my best to be a good influence upon, but one of these was his.
Well, I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. When he gets back in, I'm gonna have a talking with him.
I'd appreciate that, sir. We wouldn't want the curse. Making it super because he has to say it. Yeah. We wouldn't want the curse to come upon your family as it did your father. And it's rough. It's rough, but he has to say it.
Yeah, I think his eyebrows definitely raise at that, but he tries to be polite, just well, no, of course not. I'll certainly talk to him. Thank you very much, Deputy.
Thank you. I'm going to keep these confiscated. I'll leave them at the police station.
Well, he doesn't need that back.
Good answer, sir. And you have a lovely night. And is his wife? I'm sure she's in bed in a nightie. But
maybe
is there anybody
you
watching?
See, the second story window, the curtain closed.
Good night, Mrs. Kelly.
And that's exactly when it closed.
Yeah. So he did make it very obvious. I think I will say this because earlier he used the thing for the kids, but he would have wrapped it up. So he would not have seen that.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say it before, but
Yeah, you're good.
yeah. So he does.
What's your clarity at?
A 2.
So it's had a hint of your superiority.
That was to the non-cultist. And then the doomsayer, you must taunt this person with hints and signs of their coming doom.
Yeah, I like that.
Doom! They have to get crazier, which I'm not psyched about, but
Oh, that's fun.
they have to get, like, worse. But I started with the curse.
Yeah, okay. So now at the end of the day, I assess. Assessing works in a way.
This is super fun, guys.
I love it.
I like having to, like, think through, because most games you have to just talk, right? But, like, you have to think through
like
it.
Weirdly strategic.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So we'll start with your name is Richard Shaw, the mayor. Did you do your obligation today?
did I do my obligation of running for re-election? I did have that nice little speech where I assaged everyone's fears. What's the word for that? Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that works. You did some work on the campaign for sure. And then did you do your compulsion?
Yeah, I think I did.
It could be a secret.
We had some table talk, and I was like, cool.
Oh.
No? You don't think when, So, I'll just do it. I'm supposed to like not follow Austin's orders.
Oh.
And so when Austin was like, oh hey, you should like reschedule for a different day so we can have a reason for having these fireworks, and I was like, cool, nah, I'm just gonna do a speech. That's like why I was like, oh no.
Well,
I don't remember saying that.
yeah, I don't totally remember you saying that, but I'll let you get. You have to escalate that every day, though, right?
No, I just have to ignore one order every day.
Well, that's nice.
Or like just not do something that they want me to do in the plan.
Yeah, mine escalates.
Just kind of like ignore the rule every day.
Yeah.
And if he ever is like not, I think the point is to try to like make him not the cult leader, and then I have to like take revenge on him.
Fun.
I just hate Old Gus.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I don't know if I'm gonna give that to you, especially since you have the lowest clarity.
Sure.
So I think you earn a clarity for that.
Okay.
What about Patricia?
What's my obligation again?
I think you wrote it down.
Oh, you did not write it down.
Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't-
deal with Evelyn, right?
Oh,
Is that what you said?
Oh.
oh,
yeah.
that's right. They
Which
have
you
to be
did
here.
magnificently today.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have to just
Evelyn
so yes.
has been dealt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
She got a whipping. That was rough.
Yes, it was a hard
Jesus.
moment.
So you're good there. And then did you do anything? What was your compulsion?
My compulsion was witness. So I witnessed her talking shit about me, and then I had to spend at least 5 minutes experiencing the reactions. So yeah, I think I did that.
I might be cutting the line, but I'll give it to you. I don't know if that was exactly 5 minutes, but sure.
This is a
Jesus.
5-minute conversation that we had, okay?
Well, witnessing the reaction.
Yeah, well, you didn't
That's not
talk
the
for 5
conversation.
minutes, so.
That's your fault,
As
DJ.
Evelyn.
You should have let me. You should have told me.
I love that.
But yeah, sure. I'll give you that one too. What about Old Gus over here?
Old Gus. Did I do my obligation?
Yeah.
I neglected my obligation of taking care of my wife.
It's true. So
She just wanted sugar.
I don't think it doesn't say that you get clarity or anything for that, right? I think something else happens. Something on my end.
Oh. Well. But I believe I did my other things.
Your compulsion?
Mm-hmm.
What was your compulsion?
Talking to the sheriff. So select any supporting character that another player created. In the aftermath of the first ritual, you've decided to regularly chat with this person to convert them to the worship of Soth and bring them
Amazing.
into the cult.
Yep. Okay, perfect.
The whole
Yeah, you for sure did
gotta
that.
clean up this town.
Yeah.
Finally, what about Deputy Thompson?
My obligation started before the day, so everything was regular and fine. I just brought him his morning coffee. That was for Franklin, the sheriff. The
Interesting loophole. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, right?
Well,
I was
pretty
like,
good.
well, we did start past. If it had been in the morning, maybe I would have fucked it up. But regular day until she went like this.
The
Kills.
fish head.
And then the Doomsayer, you guys all witnessed that. I had to taunt him, and I did, and it's gonna get crazier. And then what was the other one? It was the obligation, the Doomsayer.
Yeah, I think just-
Oh, the Mask
Yeah.
of Sanity. That was the other thing.
Okay, perfect.
You did it all.
I was going to go around and ask everybody like what the main plan for the day was, and then we could theoretically through logic, figure out which segment of the day that's going to be, and see if we need to have a scene or skip through or what. So, start over with the mayor, of course. Do you know what the plan is for today? I guess I'll flag. So you guys, the cultists, did have a plan theoretically to make this firework thing the last time you talked, I think, and I'm sure word has gotten out at this point that didn't happen. So you might have to meet up again at the temple or somewhere around to hash over the plans more. But that's more of a leader situation to call.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I don't know what else I'd do besides
And sorry, the other thing I wanted to flag was at midday is the time that you can. It has to at least be midday before you can do the next ritual. But it can be later than that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, it has to be exactly noon.
Yeah.
Never mind. So it could be
minute of noon.
Midday today, or you will have to wait until Saturday at midday.
I mean, I guess if we're gonna, I kind of assume that my person is still on the fireworks plan, because there wasn't a reason for us not to do it.
No, I thought I gave you points for going against his order.
No,
sure.
you didn't give me points for going against his order.
Good.
That's exactly what happened, DJ.
Then you got me.
You didn't give me points, so no, I'm still doing that.
All right.
That's what I tried to do.
Completely fair then.
So I guess I'm going to try to get with my... I forgot her damn name. What's the PR lady?
Kathleen Shaw?
No, Dorothy.
That's
Dorothy Thompson.
Dorothy.
Yep.
Yeah, Dorothy Thompson.
Auntie.
Your aunt, I forgot, yeah. I'm going to try to go with Dorothy Thompson and figure out... I want to do something big, Dorothy. I want to, do something big and, really get the sound, revved up and excited. I want to, have some fireworks and, have this whole thing. Can we get some guys here so that they can set up, fireworks, right now so we can have them ready for tonight?
So you want to do that as soon as possible?
Yeah.
So that sounds like a morning thing for you.
Sure.
What
Just
a
to
meeting.
Get that out.
What a meeting.
Morning!
I need Let's get some fireworks.
Yeah.
That's a crazy mayor in the middle of it. That's it.
For sure, yeah.
I'm down.
Mrs. Miller, what are you up to for the day? Just in general, so I can figure out what time.
Well, I made breakfast for my family,
Begrudgingly.
which I burned the eggs, so...
Meatloaf omelets.
Yeah.
Right, but what's the general goal for today, I guess?
So my goal is to check in with the library after breakfast.
Go to work as normal.
Go to work as normal. And then maybe while I'm in the library...
Which is in the same building.
Right, exactly, which is in the same building. I can start laying out some special plans to help the mayor with his fireworks.
My thing.
I'm just kind of I feel like I want to be behind the scenes a little bit, but
kind of helping the mayor. Okay.
Yeah, but nobody knows it, but just us.
So it seems so theoretically the two of you are going to be in that same scene, maybe. What about old Gus?
Old Gus.
Is still mopping.
Still mopping.
Weird. Did he even go to sleep? Oh.
I gotta mop my wife's salt and vinegars.
I think that he is
Smelling her shoes.
He's gonna try to since we're gonna try to do this today and it's gonna require his attention. He's spending the morning. He wakes up extra early to try to get stuff ready for Prudence, his wife, because he's probably gonna have to neglect her again today. So he's kind of preempting that. So he's gonna kind of try to do a lot of the various chores that he might do in advance, make her food and have it kind of sitting out and hanging around, and all right there, Prue. If you get hungry, there's I got a piece of pound cake under a napkin for you on your bedside. And what's down here? It's a bowl of soup. Now it's gonna be cold.
Yeah, that's why it's the spot show. It's served cold.
Now, I know you said you don't like that foreign soup, but I said give it a try there, Prue. And he moved the TV into their room,
I
so
said.
it's
You had to get a
next to her bed.
forklift.
Like I said, he didn't sleep last night.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, actually, he probably like woke up crazily early to like get all this stuff.
Old people do.
And yeah, and he
It's
puts
just like
he puts
old
the
people
TV, and it's like a 1950s TV, so she's got to use the big click turn thing, and he like kind of set it up next to her so that if she wants to watch TV, she can.
And she's like, I can't get out of bed.
You
Damn.
know, he put it like right next to the bedside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
So
so
he reaches
weird.
over and does it. It's super weird, is what it is.
I love it.
How many duties on?
Cake
Yeah.
and
Old people.
gazpacho.
And if you touch one of these here rabbit ears to one of your teeth, you can hear the Japanese war plan.
So,
That's what's going on.
as the cult leader, is the plan to do the ritual at noon today still?
Absolutely.
All right. Cool. So you're going. Are you meeting up with them at midday then? Like, do you want to be there for the ritual?
Yes.
Does he have to be?
Yeah, I feel like
And also,
we all should.
I want
be
to point
there.
out, you can lie about any of this stuff. You can say, "Oh, the ritual requires me to get 100 kisses."
Okay, well you did not mention that. I requir
You're
all
free
of
to
my
lie to any player you want.
shoes to be smelled at length. No, I don't want that. So
I'm not saying no.
no, well, I will say that I think it requires all of us, all four of us, to be here. We also need 2 human sacrifices, which we already talked about. And a big loud noise. So yes, we all have to be there by noon, right? Yeah.
And all hands on deck for this whole shebang.
Literally.
Exactly. Wordplay.
How dare you?
All right. So take care of your wife and then go to the
Yep, you got it.
library.
Yeah, old Gus is gonna head to the municipal complex.
Yeah.
God,
Main
this-
Street's main building.
I
Fucked up city.
I want like the library to be in the basement.
What?
You know? Like
Oh,
the,
God.
You have to
like-
go down.
Yeah, like you
steps.
have to go downstairs to get to the
Jeez.
library, and then the second floor would be like the city hall. The top floor should be the police station, right? No, police station, then
City Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elaborate staircases everywhere.
So many.
Douglas's plan.
So he wakes up in the morning with a cold sweat and thinks to himself, I could beat up more people today. Because he's starting to lose it a little bit. He just killed somebody. Fresh. It's fresh. He's gonna check on his bandage, make sure he's not infected and shit, because he didn't go to a doctor. Can't go to a doctor. Just gotta deal with it yourself. So he's just making sure it's healing. And then he's gonna get in that car, go to the coffee shop, which is somewhere, because he gotta get his morning coffee for his sheriff.
Or there's like a donut. There's like a donut place kind of a thing.
Love that. Yes.
Dottie's Donuts.
Dottie's Donuts. Every morning, she knows my order and everything. Dottie's Donuts.
Oh, hey there, Doug. How you doing? You here for your usual?
Yes, thanks, Dottie.
Oh, all right. Well, I put a little extra powdered sugar on this one for you.
She can tell. She knows my needs. And yeah, I'm gonna get that coffee and I'm gonna go in. Now, I did bring the bag. I actually didn't bring it in that night. I was tired, so I just went home. So I got all these switchblades. I left them. Yeah. I left them to make an apology. It was on purpose. So I'm gonna go in with the coffee first and to say, "Can I speak to you for a moment, Brown?" And I also bought an extra donut. So I've got coffee and a donut and a bag full of switchblades. But I'm gonna.
But it's the donut that Dottie gave specially for you, and it has. It's like he's like, there's a love note in this.
Oh my god! Oh jeez. Maybe. I'll check it for notes. But yeah, so he's gonna walk in first thing and go to Brown. Now he set off the alarm on accident. It was the wrong switch. He's still learning the car.
Yeah, okay,
Something
so
weird.
yeah,
That's what he's
so
trying to do.
We've got the general idea. I think
Cool.
seems like a scene between you two, Mayor Shaw and Mrs. Miller in the morning, and also a scene with Deputy Thompson.
Yeah.
It seems like your things. It doesn't seem like anything would go out of the ordinary there.
Yeah.
Oh, he broke his back while he was moving.
Yeah,
the
it's
TV.
mostly
by
just
the way,
movie
I broke-
stuff. Yeah.
My hip is destroyed.
Roll Constitution. Let's do you two first. Let's start with Mayor Shaw. So you're, what's your campaign office? Or is it just your office, or what's going on? Yeah, it's your office. Does Dorothy have a kind of a role other than your, like, did she have a role before you?
I feel like she's like also just my secretary.
Yeah. Okay.
My gal Friday.
No. I was like, maybe another scene, but no, that's fine. So, yeah, I think she's at her office or something. She's on the phone with somebody. Just, well, the Mayor Shaw could really use your contribution if you really want strong values and, keeping unions strong. Then you need to, we could use your help. No? Well, okay. Thank you for your time. And she kind of hangs up. She's like, Richard, good morning.
Good morning, Dorothy. I feel like we have to do something big. I feel like we have to get the people in this town excited. Anyway, we have to do something big to get these people excited. I
think the phone starts ringing.
I want fireworks here tonight. I want to do a big thing. I get these people excited. We can change this town. We can make everything that everybody wants good.
She's like,
we know that I'm well better than Bo Kelly and his damn curse.
She kind of has her hand on the receiver, like, okay, like waiting for you to finish.
Tonight.
Some big tonight.
Fireworks tonight. I need you to get on the phone. I need you to call some kind of company. I need you to have them out here. I need them to be set up before noon so we can.
I thought you said tonight.
Yeah, but they need to be set up and ready so we can get all this stuff going. If they're not here and setting up, then what the hell? Are they going to come at like 6 and then they're going to be late and then the whole event's going to be ruined? I need them set up early.
I don't know.
I know you can take care of it, Dorothy, all right? I'm not worried about it. I know you can make sure it's all good and perfect.
I'm going to have to get the fire chief.
No. I'll deal with that. You just get the company here. Get the thing set up.
Presses a button to like shut this ringer off.
I'll talk to the fire department. I'll get their go ahead.
I'll
deal with the fire chief. It's all good.
Okay.
And then it'll be great.
And you want it by
I want them here. I want them here set up before noon because I also have to get some kind of decorators out here, and I can't have them ruining all the stuff that they do. I need them out here and done early.
Well, Richard, by noon, it's the middle of the workday. Everyone's going to be at work.
I'm not saying we're not shooting the fireworks off at noon. I need them done setting up at noon. So these damn technicians aren't running around ruining all the shit I have set up.
I'm going to have to go print out flyers. How are people going to know to come here?
Worry about the fireworks. Get that done. I'll have somebody else take care of flyers. I'll go talk to the police chief. We can make this thing happen. We can make this thing happen.
Here. Excuse me, I'm a traveling fireworks salesman. I just happen to be lost in this complex. Is there anyone who can... Oh, sorry.
Are you doing that?
No, I'm joking around, but that would be fun.
Maybe you want to.
I kind of want to... Can I come in?
Yeah, absolutely.
Basically, perfect. So, like, I come upstairs and...
Were you listening at the door?
Oh, I was already ready.
Because
we were planning to, like, have a conversation anyway.
Sure.
So I come upstairs and I'm holding, like, a bunch of books. And
history books.
Yeah.
The history
books.
Historic bookshelves.
Historic books that I'm holding. and I run upstairs and I'm just like, and I don't expect Dorothy to like be there because I was like, wink wink, we were gonna get rid of her, to send her off to get some damn fireworks.
Kill her.
And
do my best.
so I come in and I'm just like, I did not expect to see you here, Miss Dorothy, and then wink wink to you, like I talked
with
to
the books just drop them.
You do it chicken tonight.
Does that count as a suggestion?
No.
I talked to, and so like I'm just gonna start like lying to get her out of there. So I'm like, I talked to the fire chief for you.
Thank you so much,
Mr.
Should be a super Irish name.
O'Brien.
Mr.
O'Sullivan. I
O'Queeflington.
don't know. And then some bullshit. I don't care.
Mr. O'Queef.
O'Keefe.
O'Keefe.
Mr. O'Keefe.
Good suggestion, Austin.
All right, Mr. O'Keefe.
Yeah, no, fuck it. If we're getting a point, it's O'Queef.
That's O'Keefe, I swear to God.
All right, Mr. O'Keefe. I talked to him for you. He happened to be downstairs at my library checking out
checking out some firefighting books.
You better.
Now it says, according to this, that fire is hot.
checking out books on fire, and I mentioned about the fireworks for you that you mentioned, and so I have like oddly enough I want to have like books about like fireworks, basically. Like I want to be the person that's like behind that
Fireworks
whole,
and you.
yeah,
that's the book.
like I have these books on like here's the dangers of fireworks, so I'm already researching this shit to get ready to like help you push these assholes in front of them and like blow them up. So I'm like, oh, I got the safety books that you were interested in, and while the fire chief was down there, I just happened to mention that you were doing something today, so he said go ahead and do those fireworks tonight. It'll be lovely.
So Dorothy,
Thank you,
she saw this like phone on hold, which that happens in the 50s. I don't care.
What if it just keeps ringing? She keeps picking the receiver up. And
Oh
picking it
yeah,
up?
that's better. Yeah.
That's so good.
And she kind of, gives you a look like, and looks to Richard Shaw, the mayor. It's like, oh, I guess we've already put plans in motion.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't get a hold of you. Earlier, Miss Dorothy. I meant to come in a little bit earlier in the morning, but it's like 7:30 in the morning. It's like already way early. I meant to get in here earlier and talk to you about it. It was me, sorry. I got distracted by the fact my phone was ringing. Where was I? Oh yeah, I meant to talk to you about it, but it's all gonna be good as long as you get the firework people here. Miss Miller's gonna help me out figuring out about we had to do the fire chief, and then we had to get decorations or something, and we had to print flyers.
Yep. And
she's gonna help me print flyers and get all the decorations ready.
That's right. I can help you with. We have a newfangled printer downstairs in the library.
An old printing press.
Yeah, exactly.
Children.
Like a big old. And like, Miss Dorothy, why don't you come downstairs with me and I will show you how to use the printer.
Oh, God.
Can I say, based on all this stuff, it sounds like we're gonna murder Dorothy.
Yeah, I
Like
think
that's like I feel like the audience is like she's getting killed.
Dorothy just kind of leans back and pushes up her glasses, and of course they're on the little thing that goes
chains.
over.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm surprised you even need me anymore. Apparently you've rehired somebody else.
I haven't hired anybody, Dorothy. You're still my campaign manager. Stop freaking out.
Oh,
She kind of
It's
gets
not
up.
an issue.
no.
She stands up and she's like, all right.
I'm just trying to get some extra help so we can get this
Yes.
thing ready by tonight.
All right, Mr. Mayor. Well, as long as you remember that, then I'll help you out.
Miss
you so
Dorothy, I'm just your little old town library, and I'm just here because I just love printing, and I love books so much. I'm just here to help.
Books
I'm just
in
here to
hand.
help. Yeah, exactly. Like a
Books
bunch of.
in
I'm
hand.
just here to help, and I'd love to show you how the printer works downstairs.
All right.
Kill Dorothy.
I can only come when movable type is around.
God.
Oh, man.
That's my kink.
What a big old O you're gonna get.
Is Mrs. Miller vibrating over there?
All right. Guess what? That's perfect. Love it. But she, Mayor Shaw, you can tell she seems a little like needy that you're kind of having these other people do
Yeah,
like
right, Dorothy.
things that were kind of her job. You're able to pick up on this, and she's a new obligation for you.
Oh, cool,
If you don't give her
great.
specific tasks once a day to like show her worth, in her own opinion,
Okay.
then it's going to be a problem. But yeah, so that works out totally fine. What's your clarity at, Mayor Shaw?
So hint of my superiority to a non-cultist is at 2. And my superiority was... Oh, to the non-cultists, I was just saying how much better I was than dang Bo.
Oh, you did say that, yeah.
It was like one of the first things I did. I was like, cross that shit out.
Yeah. I think that's fair, yeah. Close to the line, but fair. I'll give it to you. And what was Patricia's clarity at? Do you want to call it sanity?
3.
Do you do any of those?
So, well, okay. Performing a single action that demonstrates all is not well with you. I feel like just coming up there with a bunch of books, bursting in and being like
all over the
super
place,
manic. You know, I'm just like, oh no, I'm here to help. I'm also here to help you, Dorothy. And now I'm gonna do all these things. And I'm like forcing myself into this situation. Also, am I not like kind of? It's a stretch, but like hinting at the cult's plan.
I feel all of this is a stretch so far.
Okay. Well, so what am I supposed to do? Just go back and like revisit the scene?
It's fine.
Well,
nothing bad happens.
You have the entire day to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
No, it's during the conversation.
Oh, okay.
Oh. This stuff is every conversation you have.
Wait, so maybe I can be super menacing though to Dorothy, just a little bit, like basically
all the
like
way to 8?
you know, I want to kind of just be like, you know, what if I'm like,
You did threaten her with a printing
press. That's what I'm saying. So this is where I'm going with this.
All right, sure. I guess you can continue the conversation as you go down into the printing press basement.
So I can take her down there and and say things like, we're all just here to do our duties to Milton, and by you being resistant to helping your mayor and not learning how to use this printing press, I don't know if you have it in you, and there's an all-powerful God out there that just wants us to be better and do better things. While we're walking down the stairs with all these fucking books, and I maybe like pile some onto her, and I'm just like, take some of these books, old little lady here, just trying to get down the stairs into the basement. And, Dorothy, there's an all-powerful God out there that's looking out for us, and I truly believe that he has chosen the mayor to do his work. And by the fact that you are being resistant to helping him with the fireworks and printing, when I'm just trying to be here to help and teach you, I feel that you're not doing your duties as a follower of the greater good.
What's the aspect of Soth that you're
that he appoints people to be
selective?
He appoints specific people to be bigger and better than other people, which is what makes us better than like all of them, basically.
Jeez.
So we're like the chosen
horrifying
ones.
Love it.
And everybody else is like dirt.
Yeah. So again, much like Evelyn did, she kind of stops like on these descending steps and just like, well, okay. I already know how to use a printing press. I was coming down here to help you. I don't know what you're trying to imply, but I worked really hard to get this position.
Well, and I know you have, dear, but I'm much older than you, and I'm just trying to give you some advice as a working woman, how to exceed in your own career and how to be better, And I understand that you know how to work a printing press, but you've never seen mine.
Come look at my printing press. How creepy!
You don't know. I mean, and mine's a little tricky, and sometimes a button gets stuck, and there's things that I need to show you. And I think you're being a little incorrigible.
Can I say that this is how I feel like if I wrote...
This is how Dorothy dies.
No, if I wrote a lesbian love story that took place in the 50s, this is how it would start. Like, sometimes a button gets stuck in the printing press. We better go down there to talk about it.
Listen. All right, well, she's holding books, so she can't gesture to anything. But she says, she just doesn't look at you. She's, like, looking down in this... How appropriate, like descending tunnel into this deep, dark printing press library. Just like, no, I've worked very hard. I know a lot of things, and the mayor really respects me, and not everybody here does. Well, and I'm glad. I appreciate you looking out for me, but maybe you should respect me a little more too. And she just starts walking.
And then at that point, now she's like maybe like starting to walk faster in front of me.
Sure.
And
she's gonna kill her. What the hell's happening?
Here's the thing. I want to say something like,
I think you hit your sanity if you're still looking for that.
yeah, well, I am, but I'm like continuing with it because there's some other things that
Just for fun.
like.
Damn.
Yeah, there's some
Just
other
doing
things
it.
that I like. So I want to just be like, there's a greater plan for all of us, and you're just play a special part in it, and then just let her continue to walk forward.
Sure.
And just walk silently behind her.
Yeah. I want the scene of you coming in with the coffee, right?
Yes. So I've got coffee, donut box, so they're like on top of it, and I also have the bag. So I'm like full hands, but I feel like I'm purposely trying to look clumsy and diminutive for him. So that I'm doing it on purpose. So
And is this police station set up? Does he have his own office, or is it just kind of like
he's definitely
everything's out in the open?
No, there's definitely like one because it's small. There's like
Is it one of those where there's
four
like
guys.
a desk and then like
Yes.
2 jail cells and that's it?
Yeah, it's a desk. The jail cells are in another go down a hall. But there's a desk and there's like the receptionist, whoever that would be. And then I know his office is this way. So I'm going to say, good morning, Barb. Like whoever Barb is. Yeah, well,
Barb's here.
let's...
DJ's like,
Awesome.
Barb, perfect.
Barb. Let's go ahead and describe Barb. She's...
Huge beehive, like B-52's fucking
Absolutely.
beehive hair.
For her, I look like... He's not there. He's in his office, I would assume. That's where we meet every morning. Gotta
wait,
get his
I'm
coffee.
gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
When you're leaving, when you're passing Barb, she's just like, little Henry said that he talked to you last night. You were hanging out.
Oh no!
I'm so glad. He's been getting into so much trouble, and he could use good influence like you.
Thank you, Barb. I've been trying my best. Let me tell you, a little bit later, I've got some things that I've been collecting from the kids. And I'm gonna share that with the deputy first, but they're bad. Then he leans over. They're bad things, Barb.
She's like, ooh.
Yep.
Well, I'm sure Henry wasn't involved.
Unfortunately, little Henry was. But I'm cutting that bud early, Barb. No, I don't have a finger. I'm cutting that bud early, Barb.
Well, I don't know what that means. I don't know what he did, but he's grounded. I don't care. That's just on your... I'm gonna talk to him.
Thank you, Barb. Thank you. Watch out for him.
I might call him at school.
Oh, God. Directly at the school. And he's gonna wink at her,
Thank you.
like that
And
slow,
She has a legal pad, and she's writing notes on her child's behavior.
Oh my God.
Well, I'm gonna talk to him as soon as possible.
Strike 4. So yeah, I do a sly little wink to her,
Straight
We're in
forward.
charge.
You're back in. Wait.
Wait.
This is crazy baseball.
Oh, they're the Walshes.
But yeah, so he's gonna get to the door and awkwardly knock.
Yeah, and I think it's an uncomfortable few seconds, probably longer than needed until he opens up. It's just like Sheriff Brown, just like, glad you made it. Come on in. I think we have some things to talk about.
Me too, sir. I'm sorry. And he has everything, all the things. He's gonna offer him the coffee, not shove it in his hand, but he's gonna offer it.
Oh yeah, he takes these.
Good, he knows. It's every morning. You gotta give him that coffee. I have apologies to make.
He's like, yeah, have a seat.
All
He goes
right.
and goes around and sits at his desk.
Donut. I'll keep the bag on my side. I haven't reveal the knives.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Unleash the knives.
He's like, you were set to patrol that political picnic. Heard you disappeared. Heard there's some kind of malfunction.
Well, unfortunately, sir, I did flip the wrong switch while I was trying to shut it. And he's awkwardly saying when I was trying to, turn it. And he's gonna look down. But it was worth it.
Well, accidents happen. I don't know. Better be worth it because you didn't show up the rest of the night.
And then,
I didn't have radio, or I would have got your ass back here as soon as that happened.
well, and that was the problem, sir. I saw that the teens in this town, and it's my one thing. Let me have it.
Town teens.
That the teens in this town, unfortunately, are bad boys. I'm just kidding. Are very, very. I don't know. Bad is a good word. Yeah, rebellious. That's the word. Very rebellious. Now,
Well,
as you know,
boys will be boys.
you hired me because of, and he's not making the race thing, but he's like opening his eyes about it because of my youth. The teens in this town have become slightly rebellious, and we want to make sure we keep them in line. Well, after I noticed my siren go off, apparently it spooked a few of them. They ran off this way, they ran off that way, and he starts making this big, they went everywhere! But, and he does mention Ken's name. Ken actually did stay. He was watching his father's speech. Saw him smoking, went to go speak with him, and turns out he was carrying, and then I'm gonna unwrap my finger, a switchblade.
So you saw Ken last night?
Saw him in the afternoon. That's when he threatened me. I was trying to stop him, and unfortunately we've had bad blood ever since I became what they call now a blue rat. And because of that, we got into a little bit of a scuffle, but I did end up taking away the switchblade, and that's when he's gonna pull up the bag, put it on the desk. Turns out, there's a little gang effort going on, and I'm gonna open the bag and be like, and I'm gonna, 1, 2, very awkwardly, 3, 4, and he takes out all 4 of them, and he slides them over. What are we gonna do about this, Sheriff?
Well, first thing we need to do is write a report. Because before you came in, I got, apparently, what's her name? Mrs. Kelly. Beatrice. She's, real worried. Guess that son of hers, Ken, didn't show up last night. She's quite worried. Now that...
Stressed out.
I don't know if this, scuffle could have caused something, but I think we need to find him. If nothing else, to shut her up.
Well, I was pretty close to him. I can start a search. I'm gonna start with those boys.
And listen, I don't think I have to tell you, but the election's coming up. Don't think, Shaw has pretty good odds, so this might be the wife of the future mayor. So we gotta be very careful about this, especially since you scuffled with him before that. It's gonna be real messy.
Don't worry, sir. I will write
Salt and vinegar, like I call it.
It's gonna be all written down. He's gonna slide the donut real slow.
That's my favorite sex move. Slide the donut.
And he's gonna say, sir, I knew that I would have to come in with an apology. And he's gonna open the box slowly and check, make sure there's no love notes.
There's a note from Dottie, but it's her confession to a terrible crime. During the war, I was actually... Oh my god! He's gonna slide the donut over, and he's gonna repeat, sir, I do apologize for the commotion. It was not intentional, especially since it was during the mayor's speech. I understand, and he's gonna lean in, I understand what you mean, Mayor Shaw isn't really gaining the votes. It would be important for us to make sure that the Kelly boy is safe.
Apparently, he left in the middle of a speech. We're saying it's stomach problems or something. But I don't know. That didn't win him any favors. But I guess
do you think it has to do with the curse? Because I have to mention it. I think it has to be the same person, actually.
Yeah, I think you have to mention it too, Mr. Kelly.
Yeah, I think he just rolls his eyes. Just
Dang.
But
I do have to mention it to him, but he's not here.
Well, you're new here, rookie. So I gotta tell you, I don't like that you did this. That you took this initiative without letting us know. But I'm glad you got a head start, because I'm gonna assign you this case to
The greaser case.
to find out where this kid went. Were you friends with him? You roll in those circles,
When
right?
we were younger, yes, which is one of the reasons why I was able to get any of these blades at all.
All right. Well, why don't you go find out where he is? He's probably sleeping under a bridge or something. These kids, they get these beers, they get these jazz cigarettes. Who knows where they go?
They're hopped up on reefers, listening to race records. These kids.
Well, sir, I do...
You get to the bottom of this as soon as possible.
Yes, of course. Now, I heard tell that the mayor's going to throw some sort of shindig. Have you heard about that?
That was yesterday.
Yeah, I think it was something new for today because of what happened yesterday.
I don't know about that. They would have let me know. And the student, like, the phone starts ringing. All right, well, I don't know anything about that, but I got to take this. But you got that?
Yes,
Write up that
of
report.
course.
Get that case started as soon as possible.
Will do.
All right, I got to thanks for this. And he takes this donut.
He pulls the box and he's like,
But yeah, what's your clarity?
It is a 2. Hint at your superiority to the non-cultists, me and the kids. I'm superior
No,
to
to the
them.
non-cultists you're talking to, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh, it has to be to them about them?
I think that's what they're saying.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. I thought it was just superiority in general.
Yeah, to the non-cultists, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
But do you think you did any of the ones above that?
I did say something odd.
The curse was odd.
Yeah.
It's got to be higher than that.
Oh, as in like 3?
yeah, 3 or 4.
Yeah, 3 or higher.
Perform a simulation that demonstrates all is not well with you. Just strap, no. Hint at the cult's plans.
I heard the mayor has something
Yeah,
happening
true.
today.
I did say that.
He takes that and maybe just you leave, and then the camera stays in the office, I guess, and the sheriff. I want to call him the chief, but no, the sheriff is just like, today? Oh, I don't know about that. I've got a deputy already on it. All right, well, this goddamn mayor's doing. Fine, whatever. I'll make it happen. He just hangs up.
The only thing I would maybe want to do, if I had time between then, at some point, was maybe speak to Patty? Pat!
It's Mrs. Miller.
Yeah, and ask her about, oh, where could I find, like, the city bylaws, or that kind of thing.
Oh, I
Or
like
do you
that
wanna see
because
that as a-
I think that maybe that was your intention and you went to the library or something and she's just not there because she's dealing with this printing press garbage.
Okay.
She's
All right.
going to go kill Dorothy.
Can I throw in a thing real quick?
What you want?
He's like he was looking for Pat, but there's just somebody else there.
Archie.
Archie, yeah, and he's like,
Archibald.
all right there, Arch. Wanted to see if I could find the city bylaws from you. Election coming up got me wondering how this whole mess works.
He's like, well, yeah, sure. That shouldn't be a problem, I guess. We got a little reference section.
All right. And I think he just wants to look at this stuff and let me know if you don't like this. I have another way to go. He discovers that it's not. There's nothing against a golden retriever playing basketball. Wait, no, that's Air Bud. No, there's nothing against a person holding holding multiple titles. So a person could be both sheriff and mayor. Gus's game plan is to get the sheriff to run for mayor and split the Republican vote so that Richard wins.
Long-term plans.
Oh,
Damn,
your
that's some good
influence.
plans.
Got you.
So that's his goal, to get the sheriff, and if he can get the sheriff to join the cult, and if the sheriff wins, then fucking win-win.
Thank you for listening to This American Dice Presents Soth, Milton, Massachusetts. Our cast was Eduardo as Deputy Douglas, Marisa as Pat Miller, Brandon as Mayor Richard Shaw, and Austin as Old Gus the janitor. Our game master for this episode was David. Additional music for this episode includes Streetlife and Evening Fly of the Brants by Lobo Loco. Soth is a game by Steve Hickey. Please join us next week for another exciting episode of This American Dice.